What's up, guys? Casey Gonzalez here from Chef Salty Pork, the podcast. Here's how I do and my setup for a podcast. It's a lot of podcasts. Now, being a chef and all, it's my time in between is a little few and far in between because one, it's a lot of time that I invest at the restaurant, and two, when I do have some respite when I'm at the house, I like to do other things, aka laundry, cleaning the dishes, cleaning the house, laundry. I go through a lot of laundry because the clothes just kind of keep going. But anyway, I take a look at the podcast and how I set it up and how I kind of do the interviews all together. Now I understand exactly what you mean. How exactly, and how do I find the time? Why did I start it? One, being a chef, I feel as if there's not enough food podcasts out there, and I wanted to share my views on it. And doing this kind of allows me to clear my head and, talk to you individually as somebody in the field. And if you are wanting to become what I've done for the past 18 years. So anyway, it all starts with, not the focus, but it all starts with the podcast. No matter what you do, no matter what you sign up for, just make sure it's easier and you actually understand on how to upload and edit and all that. A separate video altogether, and I will link it right here. Okay, so you got the podcast all together. You have your artwork, your album, your editing software, whatever. Now it's actually up to the setting up of the interviews or the talking or whatever that you are going to do. For the purpose that I do, I use Calendly, and it helps me keep track and send my own personal calendar to the people that I reach out to so they can go ahead and schedule along some time frames that I allotted myself to be free on either my days off, or if I'm not working in the morning, I work at night, etc. no matter what it is. So it starts with that. Now it's time to record. So let's take you to my screen, to my PC rather, and show you that workflow. Okay, so let's just say this is where the magic happens. Here is the microphone that I use, the Samson G Track Pro, and along with my PC that I built, and some goodies to edit. And then here is what I want to kind of focus on, and this is Zencastr. Okay, check. Marker. Now you're set up and ready to go. You are on your computer and you're thinking how. Now there's a plethora of different ways on how to do this. This is the workflow that works for me. Doesn't mean that this is what you should do, but here's the most important part. No matter what it is, you want two separate files to edit. One for your own voice, so you can work on inflections and all the details that is entailing to your needs, and then two, the audio of your interview. So whoever it is, no matter what it is, just make sure it's just two separate files so you can edit it fully. And here's what I mean. So if you go into Zencastr, let's go onto the screen. Let's pull it up. You will come up to this landing page. Once you go and sign up, go ahead and go onto the dashboard. And then you're ready to go. There's no plugins, no downloads or anything needed. You're just gonna go create new episode, and then you'll be able to name it right here. So we're gonna click on this one that I've already organized and set up. And you can see the WAV files. So you can see my voice trailing in there. Once you're done and you hit this record, what happens after is it actually will export it to two files. So let me show you. Let's click on an example one. This is me and my wife just talking. Here is my file, my actual audio, and here is her file. So this would be the interview. This will be your guest on your show. This is where they come up. You can then separately download their tracks in an MP3 format. This is really key, because then you want to edit obviously by itself, right? So once we go ahead and download it, let's minimize this, and then we'll pull up Premiere Pro. Once Premiere Pro is all activated, obviously this is the editing software that I use. I also use Audacity to fix some of the components in there, but for this one, Premiere Pro is the main editing suite that I go in. So if you are familiar, you go ahead and create a new project. You got then name it. I already have a preset called podcast, so I click onto it, and then it's easy. So here is a sample episode that I've done on my podcast, but here is where you kind of pull the file. So you go ahead and go to your downloads, no matter where it is, and you pull the three files. Let's say these two were the ones I downloaded. You put it on to Premiere Pro, sets, and then from there you just click and drag onto your file. Okay, and then from there on you go ahead and proceed to edit. Obviously we're not going to do that right now, but at least you see my workflow and how that goes about. Once that is done exporting, you would want to, here in Premiere Pro, you export to an MP3 also to get it done. Now you have your episodes done, you have it recorded, you edited the two separate files. Now it's time to post. So let's go on to Anchor, which is my main provider for my podcast that distributes to all other things. Anchor is great for what it does, and really simple and easy, and you can kind of do it on your phone also. Really key. Now, as we're going about it, let's go into this is the main profile page. As you can see, we are going to switch to the Anchor login, and that is my actual email. Please contact me there. Any questions, I would love to help you. Now, while we are here, we are done, and you can see the actual details of my site and analytics. It's pretty cool. It shows you everything. We're gonna go to episodes. We're gonna click to new episode, and then from there you just click and drag. You put it over here, it shows up, and then you edit a little bit more if you want to put some music. And you can, I'm pretty sure you can do this on the phone. I'm not sure how to do this on the actual web page. I don't really use the web page that much, only if I'm uploading externally. And then once it's there, you go ahead and publish, or here's my favorite, you can schedule them to be published. And it's really nifty. As you can see, I already have things scheduled all the way out to September 26th. So that is my workflow on how to do a podcast via what we do here, on my day off. So hopefully you enjoy that. And if you have any questions, please let me know. I would always help. And also, if you follow on to the Anchor Facebook group, I often go ahead and chat, and also I've been sending out tutorials for Audacity and how to make your audio better and sound crisper and all that good stuff. But other than that, guys, thank you so much, and to everybody else, have a good day.